Get ready for the biggest anime event of the decade. Netflix is locking in its commitment to the One Piece universe with a massive anime adaptation coming in February 2027. We are talking about the original manga starting from the East Blue Saga, produced by Wit Studio, and this is going to be huge. We'll be diving deep into what we know about this series and the incredible new key art featuring Monkey D. Luffy, Shanks, and Ben Beckman. You do not want to miss this.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we are diving into a cinematic masterpiece that is reviving the glory of Japanese cinema on Netflix with Straight to Hell. This 9-part series chronicles the 6 decades of life of the infamous and controversial psychic, Kazuko Hisoki. We look at how this project merges film, television, and the internet to tell an incredible story, featuring Erika Toda as the commanding Hisoki and Toko Miura as the young writer navigating the truth. This is a deep dive into Japanese storytelling. Our next story is about Hollywood royalty and late-night comedy with David Letterman. In a recent interview, the late-night legend opened up about the possibility of reuniting with his old rival, Jay Leno, on his Netflix series, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. We explore the history of their on-again, off-again relationship and what this potential reunion means for late-night television history. Find out if this reunion is going to happen. And finally, we are checking out the latest season of XO, Kitty on Netflix. Season 3 has arrived, and it's packed with chaos, drama, and a strong romance as Kitty navigates high school abroad in Seoul, dealing with cheating boyfriends and uncovering family secrets. From her struggles with her mother to the intense moments with Min Ho, this season is keeping everyone hooked. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next big update. Netflix is intensifying its commitment to the One Piece universe with plans for a dedicated anime adaptation. Following the success of its live-action series debut in 2023, the streaming giant is now moving forward with an anime production. This new series is slated to adapt the original manga, starting from the East Blue Saga, and is scheduled to premiere on Netflix in February 2027. The production is set to be handled by Wit Studio. Early details indicate that the first season of the One Piece anime will cover approximately the initial 50 chapters of the manga, comprising 7 episodes that build up to the pivotal encounter between Monkey D. Luffy and Sanji, the sous chef of the floating restaurant Barady. New key art for the anime has been released, featuring a nostalgic scene set in Windmill Village, where Monkey D. Luffy spent his childhood. The artwork depicts Luffy enjoying a lively time at the village bar, known as Party's Bar, alongside visiting Red Hair Pirates Captain Shanks and first mate Ben Beckman, and the bar's owner, Makino. Fans are eagerly anticipating this new animated take on the iconic series set to sail on Netflix in 2027. Netflix's 9-part cinematic television series, Straight to Hell, is being hailed as a revival of Japanese cinema, demonstrating a powerful convergence of film, television, and the internet. Based on the true biographical story of the controversial psychic Kazuko Hisoki, the series meticulously chronicles 6 decades of her life, spanning from the post-World War II era to the early 2000s, told through the lens of interviews with a young journalist writing about her. Erika Toda delivers a commanding performance as the larger-than-life Hisoki, while Toko Miura portrays the young writer who becomes drawn into and influenced by Hisoki's presence. The project highlights a broader trend in Japanese filmmaking, which has faced challenges due to the democratization of visual effects technology, creating a gap between audience expectations and the resources available to domestic filmmakers. Netflix's investment in ambitious projects like Straight to Hell is seen as a key factor in bridging this gap. Visually, the series is strikingly beautiful, featuring meticulously crafted historical visuals from the 1940s through the early 2000s, enhanced by award-winning makeup that allows Toda to convincingly portray Hisoki across her life. The narrative delves deeply into the societal position of women in Japan, examining the immense personal and emotional costs associated with achieving the level of power and fame attained by Hisoki. Furthermore, the story explores themes of integrity and the writer's dilemma, as Toko Miura's character grapples with the choice between pursuing truth and commercial success. Straight to Hell represents a remarkable synthesis of media formats, functioning simultaneously as a film, a television series, and streaming content, illustrating how storytelling is increasingly fluid in the contemporary cultural moment. David Letterman has signaled a surprising openness to a reunion with his former rival, Jay Leno, in his Netflix series My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. In a recent interview with the New York Times, Letterman discussed the possibility, stating that while not entirely an absolute commitment, he would welcome the prospect. "We think about it from time to time," Letterman said, adding, "This is not a bad idea. In answer to your question, of course I would love to. I'm sorry, did I say love? Of course I can imagine having Jay." He further emphasized Leno's historical standing, noting, "When I was a kid, he was the funniest man in comedy. So just based on that alone, why wouldn't you?" This candid discussion comes amid a long-standing, complex professional history between the two comedians. Both men rose to prominence in the Los Angeles comedy scene and shared screen time on Letterman's NBC series. However, their relationship soured following the 1992 Succession drama after Johnny Carson's retirement. Despite Carson's reported preference for Letterman, NBC ultimately awarded The Tonight Show to Leno, initiating a 2-decade-long ratings battle characterized by an on-again, off-again feud. While the two have shared appearances, such as a Super Bowl promo in 2010, a more substantive reunion has remained elusive. Following Leno's departure in 2014, he had extended an invitation for Letterman to participate, which Letterman declined. A year later, Letterman reciprocated the invitation, but Leno also declined, citing past professional interactions. Leno later commented on the situation, stating, "I asked Dave to do a 10-second tape for us when I left. They said no, they didn't want to do it. Well, why am I going to run all the way to New York? I mean, quid pro quo. I just said, no, that's kind of silly." While both have spoken more warmly about each other in retirement, Letterman's measured language, shifting from expressing love to merely suggesting he could imagine having Leno, suggests that any potential reunion on My Next Guest might be more of a friendly acknowledgement than a full-blown love fest. Netflix's XO, Kitty, has concluded its 3rd season, arriving on April 3, 2026, and has elicited a mix of fan reactions, including disappointment, hope, and significant affection. The latest installment continues the established pattern of chaos, drama, and plot twists that have characterized previous seasons. Season 1 introduced Kitty, the sister of Lara Jean from To All the Boys I Loved Before, to Seoul, South Korea, for a year of high school abroad. Her journey involved navigating academic pressures, complex relationships, and new friendships. A key storyline involved Kitty discovering her boyfriend, D, was in a fake relationship with another girl named Yuri, despite his ongoing feelings for Kitty. Season 2 deepened the narrative, focusing on the evolving dynamics within the friend group as characters began dating. Kitty explored her identity through various flings, culminating in a developing relationship with Min Ho, who eventually entered a relationship with Stella. The season also featured subplot involving Min Ho's father facing a potential scandal, which Kitty helped resolve, strengthening her friendships. Season 3 picks up immediately following a pivotal moment where Kitty and Min Ho were preparing to attend a party for the new pop star, Eunice. Kitty sought a moment with Min Ho to pursue a relationship, but plans were complicated by the addition of several other friends. A near confession was interrupted by news that Min Ho's father had been promoted to Eunice's manager, forcing Min Ho to leave. At the party, Kitty experienced an embarrassing moment when she was dressed in Eunice's gown, leading her to leave and later confront Min Ho about unexpressed feelings. A mutual confession and kiss occurred, though Kitty was unable to join Min Ho on tour due to obligations concerning her sister, Lara Jean. The season concluded with Min Ho and Kitty reuniting amidst various challenges, showcasing significant character growth across the ensemble. While the series remains popular, Some viewers noted moments that were perceived as cringy, with viral clips drawing commentary on second-hand embarrassment. Nevertheless, many viewers praised the show for its strong romance tropes and its exploration of themes beyond relationships, particularly focusing on sisterhood and the challenges of adapting to a new country. The ongoing success of the series leaves the door open for a future season, though no confirmation has been issued. Meanwhile, a separate initiative highlighted the importance of student journalism at Hudson High School, with donations supporting equipment and website hosting costs.